welcome back to DragonSphere. I figured out what I was doing wrong. I actually need to turn the valves on these little things here that I obviously have a difficult time pronouncing. It's a very strange word. Gently you turn each of the little glass knobs to allow the unrestricted flow of hot gas. The vapors move through the glass tubes quickly and colorfully. It's green. That's all the color is. It's green. After a few moments, the vapors from the hot gases begin to combine with the tubing. Small drops of liquid form at the nozzle and drip into the waiting flask. It fills quickly. And we'll turn those off. They'll clear out. Gently, you turn off each of the little glass knobs to cut off the flow of heated gas. When the two gases stop interacting, liquid stops dripping from the valve. That's typically how that works. Alright, let's go ahead and take a flask full of acid. Gently, you lift the flask full of caustic acid liquid and place the stopper in the neck. It seems safe enough to carry. Yeah, glass. It's a magical thing. It allows you to carry things that, would typically eat you alive. Alright, but let's go ahead and leave the laboratory. We have done everything that we can on this side of the tower. And now we're going to head through and take a little pit stop. Sorry, Mr. Eyeball. I didn't mean to make your face all muddy. Through the door. There you go. Okay. So first thing, we're going to head through this doorway and we're going to find ourselves in a prison cell that is mostly empty. The only really important things in this room are this trap door at the bottom, which if we look at, we'll notice is rustic. The trapdoor's latch and padlock are fused shut by the rust of ages. You can't imagine the original purpose of that door. That's actually a good question considering what's beneath it, but we're going to take this torch first. We'll worry about that here in a minute. With some curiosity, you take the magical torch and examine it more closely. It is awkward to carry, but you can manage. I wonder how it's awkward to carry. I guess because, you don't have a pouch you can put it in, and yet he doesn't seem to be visibly holding a torch. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, go back. Not done there. Okay, and then the other important thing, at least if I remember correctly it's important, is this green slime. A continuous rivulet of evil-smelling algae-laden water runs down the west wall. You hesitate to think where it might be coming from. It looks like it continues on down through a crack in the floor in the room directly below this one. Now we can try and open this. It will not let us. The door mechanisms have been rusted shut with the corrosion of ages. There is no way you could get this door open. Luckily for us, if any of you have played Amnesia: The Dark Descent, what do you do with rusted things? You put acid on them. That's how that works, right? Yeah, let's just pour that on there. And it's made a nice little hole for us. The powerful acid has eaten a hole clean through the metal of the trapdoor. You can see a faint glow from the room below this one. Through the hole you can make out the shape of a spell stone resting on a stone pillar far below. Now, I'm not going to go into the hole just yet. I probably have to do something first. I don't know if it needs to be done, but I'm going to go ahead and do it just for the sake of doing it. I'm going to push the button and go downstairs and take a look at what this room looks like. There's a distinct click as the button presses in. From somewhere you suddenly hear a low-pitched magical humming. That is a cool, cool elevator. Alright, you can actually see a little bit of a spherical type thing in there, so we're just going to go and enter this dark room with our torch that we thankfully have. Now, this wonderful spider web here, which I don't believe I need to do anything with, but let's take a look at it. A very large spider web sits in one corner near the floor. There are a few dead insects on it, which at least shows that some living things still exist in this tower. My English is great. Alright, well, let's take a look at this beautifully glowy floor. The far half of the room is dominated by the odd blue glow coming from the mortar of the floor. Even without any magical abilities of your own, you can sense that the power that crackles beneath the stone. You suspect dire consequences for trespass. Yes, that's basically the game's way of saying don't try to walk across this, it will not work. But there is definitely the power stone there. So now that this room is lit, we are going to go ahead, go back upstairs, and go through the little hole that's in the floor and take that stone for our own, because we are going to need it. Well, I'm assuming we want to stop Sandway, which, we'll see why not. Oh, I didn't mean to take the button. Sorry, that's my fault. Push the button. Push it! I was about to say, why is it not letting me? Okay, let's go up. Take the rope. Tie. I guess, is it tied to the floor? I don't think that's right. No, I have to tie it to something else. I have to tie it to manacles, maybe? I think that's right. I think I have to tie it to the manacles. Yeah, there we go. I knew I had to tie it onto something. With a few deft knots learned while making thatch houses, you tie the rope securely to the wall-mounted manacle. Okay, climb through the hole. Descend into the room. The rope twisting and burning in your grasp, you reach out and snatch the power stone from the pedestal. Since your feet never touch the floor, you're safe from the deadly trap below. And we get very happy, congratulatory music playing in the background as we slowly make our way back up. Please don't slip and fall. I mean, I know the floor is covered in algae, but please don't slip and fall. That would make for a very bad game. Alrighty. So we officially have all of the stones. We just don't know how to use them yet. But we are going to go ahead and head upstairs and see what can be done up there. So let's push the top button and take another ride on the elevator. I don't know what that is supposed to be, but you can see a spider web and some like hay or something. Oh look, there's a rat. That was the living rat. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I forgot about that poor rat. Good grief, that rat didn't just go through the door, he went into it. There's some kind of teleportal spell shimmering in the doorway, and the rat got caught and sent to the corridor beyond, where something terrible seems to have happened. Yes, if you send Cal through there without doing what needs to be done with the door, you will melt him, and he will turn into this nasty, heated goop of a mess. And no, in the winter, that does not sound like a good idea. Let's go ahead and head through this door and take a look at this infernal machine, because we're going to need part of it here in a minute. It's a very weird-looking machine. I like how it's designed, and I like the random ghosts that sometimes circle it, but it's interesting. Let's take a look at it. The machine is unlike anything you've ever seen. It has mechanical parts, like those of a drawbridge or a black powder gun, and these parts spin and whir with a clank and a glorious din. It also has strange spiritual symbols and arches, and you can see the magical forces flitting about it, making it run. Its only apparent function is to create the never-ending stream of water that flows out the window. For whatever reason, Sanwi felt that he needed a waterfall. As far as I know, I don't know why, but he felt the need for a waterfall. Now, I believe I have what I need in order to do this correctly, but I could be wrong. I believe I need to take the magic from the door frame. Aha, there we go. There is a loud hiss and a quick burst of steam as the frozen rat hits the red-hot metal. The frame finally cools to a normal temperature, though the rat is melted away in the process. I knew there was something I had to do in that door frame. Alright, I believe we actually have to use the tentacle part to actually grab onto it, though. So, put tentacle parts on the door frame. Yes, so that we can grab it. We just roll it up. Grasping the tentacles, you give a gentle tug. Like gossamer, the frame and teleportal float gently free of the stone doorway. A quick roll-up in the magical field is stored safely away. Pretty sure if we walk through that, it'll still burn us. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back through here. And we're going to borrow some of this magical water. We are going to put teleporter door in the window. Much better, wouldn't you say? Alright. Oops. You finally lost your grip on the slippery edge of the teleportal, but not before a large quantity of water was dumped into the hot corridor. So we can now safely enter that room without being melted like the poor little rat was. I'm gonna go ahead and save just in case I've forgotten something. Okay, I don't think I've forgotten anything, but just in case. Small charred skeletons dot the area between the teleportal dump point and the safety of the exit door. Apparently a few rats and things have wandered into their doom over the past 20 years. It's kind of unfortunate. Poor rats. All I wanted was to just explore. Let's go ahead and head through this ominous dragon door.
Face me, sorcerer. Your doom is at hand. Who's that? Dare? Ah, the prince himself has come to visit. How? Prince no longer fiend, but king. 20 years ago, you swore to take revenge on me. That time has come, but I couldn't wait to see you. So here I am. If you won't defend yourself, I'll strike you down where you stand. It's true. My powers are weak right now. You were shrewd enough to realize that. But I'm far from helpless. Well, my little holding spell still works, even after all this time. So you've come to slay me, eh? How do you feel now, Prince who calls himself king? Can you move your arms? Your legs? Can you speak? No. Oh, how sad.
I like Sandway. He's actually kind of a cool character.
I can't move. I'm helpless.
Yes, yes you are.
Not that your puny sword could harm me. You see, Kingly? You see behind me the awesome arcane power of the circle of the sphere. It's you, right? And no sword can reach it. You're doomed to fate.
Was I?
Spheres, eh? I wonder if there's a connection between those and the Powerstones. Suppose you're not as stupid as you look. Perhaps you knew that the Powerstones were my weakness. Perhaps you're carrying some even now. It wouldn't do to be defeated by using carelessness. Oh no. Did he read my thoughts? Hey, I can wiggle my fingers. The spell is wearing off. Careful now. You can't just walk up to a potential booby trap like you. Who knows? Perhaps this was your plan all along, to get me close to you. So you
He's
could unleash
monologuing.
some powerful magic, perhaps. What were the words to that detection spell? You'll die! So, you still can't talk. Ha! What is it? King? A trick, perhaps? Some gift of that idiot nerd's heart? Then you might be strong. Great dragons! What have we here? Why, you're not the king at all.
Welp. Huh.
I'm not.
No.
This is some sort of trick. Wonder you were so easy to fool. I'd slayed you out of hand, I'd have thought myself safe, and been open to attack from the real king. Very nice.
If I'm not the king, who am I?
It's a very good question.
Did you volunteer this duty, O faithless one? No, don't try to speak. I know it's painful. Of course you didn't. You were tricked somehow yourself by one. You were duped into coming here and dying in the king's stead. Delicious.
do anything. If you just keep talking, maybe the spell will wear off a little more.
Now where was I? Yes, I was going to take a power stone away from you. I sensed their presence like a bad smell.
No.
I can barely move. How can I stop him from taking all 3 power stones?
I don't remember.
How pretty. Soon it will rest in some dark corner of my tower. Now, were you clever enough to obtain another?
I can move a little. I've got to do something while I still have the chance.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take my own personal stone. The irony of this whole situation is that just one stone is enough to destroy me, if you know how.
There's something different about these spell stones, if they can even be called that. There seems to be no trigger for them, no spell. I believe I need to throw blue stone at the sphere of circles. Something weird to do. Oh, has affect your own possessions. Oh, Polystone. Mimic. Please give me enough time. Thank you. Now, there is something you can do. A plan begins to form in the back of your mind as the polystone squirms and shivers into its new configuration and coloring. The polystone shudders in your hand, squirming like a grub. Within seconds, it has changed shape, color, and texture several times, and now looks exactly like the blue stone.
Oh, great Cal. I hope this works. I've done it. He's left me with 1 power stone, and I can move. I have just 1 chance.
Now let's just dispose of these worthless things. I'll tend to you in a moment.
Okay. Now there is only the echoing silence where the sorcerer once stood. You don't know if he's dead or merely banished, but either way, you've succeeded.
Oh dear Cal, Black Hella, look, the DragonSphere, it's empty.
What? You mean that wretched little shape changer actually succeeded?
What shape changer?
He's not wretched at all. He's a hero. The sorcerer is defeated.
I don't believe it. How did he do it?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's awaken Kalish right away.
Sit down, my dear. There is still the matter of what to do about the shape changer before we go reviving Kalish and facing his wrath.
How can he be angry now that our plan has succeeded so well? The shape changer is alive, the sorcerer is not, and Kalish is at last safe from the curse.
Yeah, but he was supposed to do this himself.
It's not that simple, my dear. The shape changer still has Kalish's memories. He's dangerous. He must be disposed of.
No, he's a hero. He must be given a hero's welcome upon his return. When we wake Kalish, he'll tell you the same.
I was afraid of this. You are a stubborn thing, aren't you? Let me explain, dear. We are not going to revive Kalish. Not now, not ever. McMorn?
See, told you didn't like her.
What do you mean? He's safe now. Of course we're...
Oh, there you are, darling. Fiona is being stubborn as you suspected she would be. Please take her to the dungeon, would you?
Of course, Mother. She's not your kin. Why not kill her?
You are a bloodthirsty boy, aren't you? It will serve you well as king, but for now we'd better keep her alive. It might help to have the old queen with the new king. Perhaps a spell could make her more docile. If we can ever find Nertom.
As you wish, Mother. Come, Fiona, we shan't hurt you. Yet.
Yeah, I never liked any of you.
You beast! hand me. I am the queen.
Calm yourself, dear. You will remain alive until we decide what to do about the shape changer and about the succession to the throne. We must announce Kalish's death soon, McMorn.
Yes. I'll be back soon, Mother, and we can plan our story and order the shape changer's death. Come along, Fiona.
Alright, we are back in control as a shape changer. And this is the part where I have to end the video. I figure it's a good cutting point. But when we come back, we will figure out what our actual name is, and why we were disguised as the king, and why we don't have any of our memories. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.